You're watching India Today with me, Nabila Jamal. We are living in unreal times. This lockdown is unprecedented. It's quite difficult for most of us to cope with it. And actors, stars are no different. I have with me joining us today, superstar Vijay Deverakonda to tell us how he's thriving this lockdown. Vijay, thank you very much. Warm welcome to India Today.
It's a pleasure to be here, Nabila.
Our pleasure to speak with you. Vijay, your growing fan base is as good as the country's population on the whole. Your fans have transcended borders. Your film Arjun Reddy did so well. It was remade in Bollywood and now you have a huge Bollywood fan base as well. How does that make you feel?
It feels nice. It's heartwarming. I'm grateful. It feels nice more than anything. It feels nice. It's good to know.
All right. Vijay, this is a tough phase for all of us. We saw what you've been up to. If we can see a few shots of Vijay at home, it's quite heartwarming to see you doing household chores, cooking up something for your family, making an ice cream. This is something that you have always been committed to. Are you a homely person or is this lockdown made you more homely?
These are all side effects of being locked down at home. Making my bed was something we always did. I grew up in a hostel. So there we had to make our own bed and keep our own cupboards and stuff. So that's something I've always been used to. I don't like people touching my stuff. But I've never been into the kitchen. Like even when I'm in the kitchen now, I don't even know where the salt is. So for every spoon, everything I need to keep saying, "Mommy, where's the salt? Where's the spoon? Where's the mixer? How do I turn this on?" So I have no idea. But I think the lockdown is making all the men like curious about the kitchen, and all of us are trying. I know a lot of actors and a lot of men who are all in the kitchen trying stuff.
We're seeing such a different side of you. Otherwise, the picture that you always, most of the time portray, at least your films have portrayed you as an angry young man. Here you're so sweet, adorable, mingling with your family, playing a game, cooking up something. So that's quite a stark contrast.
Yeah. But yeah. You're seeing all sides of me. Yes.
All right. Vijay, we know that you have done quite a lot. This is a tough situation where most of us are sitting home and trying to, focus on our daily chores, our better ourselves, doing whatever that we can for personal upliftment. But quite a lot of people are also going out, extending a hand, helping people on ground as well. You've done quite a lot. Crores of rupees that you've spent in uplifting those who are currently stranded, the poor who are struggling. If you could mention a word or two on what your contribution has been.
I think we've always been a country that comes together. We're like because we're a country that we had this joint family system. We are all attached to our families. We know our neighbors. We go get a cup of yogurt. You're lacking tea, you ask them for tea powder. So we've always been a community country, and we've always been very emotional. And every time there is a crisis, be it like a small, if it's been a terrorist attack or it's been any sort of disease, the country just rises up and comes together.
True.
And I've seen lots of countries, I stay updated, and I see lots of countries where the people are unhappy with what's happening. They're complaining about the governments, and they go out on the roads, they don't follow the lockdown and all sorts of issues. But relatively here in India, I don't see much of that. I see people mostly following the lockdown, people figuring out ways to deal with their stuff. And I think it's because we all come together to help each other out. And
you particularly are quite a helpful person. From the start of your career, whatever money that you've earned, I've seen a couple of your interviews that you said, I get, I give, I get, I give. Is that the policy that you believe in? You get, you give. There's barely anything that you keep. And that's what's made you a lot more likable amongst your fans.
See, when I was... the first time I received a helping hand was when I was a 6-year-old boy, and I got admission into this school called Sri Sathya Sai Primary School, and it was a school that gave free education. And that was a time, let's say, where my family couldn't afford to pay for my education. Right. It was those times, and some stranger somewhere decided to set up an institution where they gave free education. I got into it, and today, if I'm able to communicate with you like this, to the person I am today is because I received this education. And I think throughout my life, I've received lots of love and kindness from all sorts of people, from all sorts of strangers, friends, family, that have made me who I am today. And I think we all, and I'm just doing the same. I'm giving back some love and kindness that I have access to today.
That's excellent. I mean, for all that you're giving, I think you're as blessed. Your career is going fantastic. You're doing multiple movies. Now with Karan Johar we hear. We're going to come back to that in a little bit. But what's this rowdy that they call you for? Why do you have the rowdy tag attached to you? You seem so sweet.
It's because I have a clothing line called Rowdy.
Okay.
And it's because one day I decided to call... I have a problem calling people who love me fans, and I needed an alternative word because I felt like in the word fan there's some sort of hierarchy. There's something that I was always uncomfortable with because of where I came from and at what age I became an actor, and the people who kind of liked me were all my age. So then I was like, my rowdy boys and girls, and from there it stuck.
So that's basically, when you say my rowdy boys and girls, that's basically you calling yourself a rowdy. You know, rowdy eventually means a bully. Have you been a bully since your boarding school?
No, for me, the term rowdy comes from not necessarily following the norms. Throughout my life, I've been always asked to not do something. I've been asked to, everyone wants to limit you. Everyone wants to say, behave this particular way, do this thing, don't do the films, don't speak to people like this. And I just believe in don't cause harm to anyone, don't hurt anyone. Other than that, be whoever you want to be, do whatever you want to do. And I think we all deserve to get whatever we want. And that's something that helped me reach, be who I am today and get whatever I wanted. If I wanted something, I went out there and took it. And I think that's somewhere the rowdy spirit that I try and give people that follow me. So I try and tell them that don't let anyone limit you or anything. Just go out there. You all deserve it, and take what you want.
Yeah, that's excellent. I mean, you've managed to really connect with your fan base, and we hear that every time you step out, there are people crowding around you. You make it a point to speak to at least a bunch of them and move forward. But with your growing fan base here, it's going to be quite hard to live up to that.
Yeah, you just have to smile, man. They don't expect much. I think they just want, they cheer for you. You feel happy, and you smile at them and give a wave, and they feel happy. And it's just like one moment, create a moment, a memory.
True. But that way, on your social media platforms, you have multiple millions of followers, but you are following zero. So what takes for Vijay to follow someone?
It takes me to have the applications on my phone to follow people, but I don't use these applications. I mostly operate them through my WhatsApp. So I have a team that takes care of them, and I operate it through WhatsApp, and they send me all the important stuff that's happening there. Anything that I need to know, anything that people are trying to reach out to me, they forward it to my WhatsApp. I don't like, first of all, I'm not very good at technology. That was something, you have a limited amount of time and you need to pick what you want to spend your time on. And technology was something that I left behind, and social media was something I gave up on. It takes a lot of time to use these things. So I just decided I'll let someone else do it so that I can do something else.
Anybody who's really defined and shaped you, Vijay, we'd like to hear those influences in your life.
There's not one single person. My dad's been a huge, my dad's also, so what I carry is two generations of experience. So whatever went wrong in my dad's life, he knew what not to do, what to do. Then whatever I saw through my childhood. So experiences is very useful. My dad used to tell me, like, you make a mistake and you learn. Or if you read books, you can read about these guys who've made every mistake and are already telling you about how to deal with it, so you learn quicker. So influence in life has been books, has been cinema, has been life that happened to me, has been my father. It's my mom. I think just watching and learning is a huge influence, and wanting to be somewhere, wanting to be someone, wanting to be somewhere, you'll find your way to be there.
Well, are you a person who's got friends in the industry? Are you someone who has a huge friend circle? You like to go out, you like to socialize, or you have your own private scene going?
I have these bunch of friends from my childhood days, like the boys who grew up with me in hostel. So anytime I have off is with them. I don't have friends in the industry, but that's because they've all been really warm. They're all super warm, but it's because I don't spend any time on. You don't want to. I don't want to know people from the industry. You don't want to know them. You just want to watch their films and like them as actors. You don't. I don't necessarily want to know anyone.
But if there is one special friend within the industry, who would you call?
I think in Hyderabad, Rana has been really friendly.
Okay.
I've chilled with him the most comparatively. Yeah, so I think it's him.
Okay, I think your Bollywood launch is due. Would you like to tell us a little more on this film with Karan Johar that you're due to feature in?
Yes, so we'll come sometime next year, and we are done 50% shooting this film. It stars me and this really sweet girl called Ananya.
Yeah.
Ananya Pandey, and Puri Jagannath. The director is from South, and it's being produced by Puri Jagannath, Charmi, and Karan Johar. And it's like this wacky, fun film that I'm sure the nation is going to enjoy this. It's a film that a country will love.
All right, we're looking forward to that. But then when we come down to a lot of your films in Telugu and down south, it's quite interesting to see the roles that you've portrayed. You've done multiple love stories, which I heard you say in one of the interviews that I'm done with love stories. But why? Why change a winning game? That's what's defined you. Arjun Reddy, world famous lover, and movies like that.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's just something you feel within. It's not necessarily a conscious decision that you make. You feel like I have phases with clothes. There is a phase where I'm just wearing really colorful clothes and I don't feel like doing anything but that. Then there's a phase like where I go into all black. So you see for like a couple of months I'm just wearing black. So I have like phases with things. And I just felt like I'm done with love stories. I felt excited by other things, and hence I decided it's not a smart decision. It's not a calculated decision. It's not winning. Why not play the winning card or whatever? It's just I felt it. I felt like I don't want to do them, so I've decided not to.
Okay. Well, if you have to pick between Dear Comrade and Arjun Reddy, what role excites you?
Oh, Arjun! Arjun was something that completely excited me, and but Dear Comrade is something that I'm very emotionally connected to. It's a film that I'm very emotionally connected to.
All right. So Arjun Reddy excited you more, and multiple interviews that you've given where you've spoken about how you personally felt very connected with the role of Arjun. The character itself was someone that you related to and you could understand why he felt the way he felt. Is there a story behind this, Vijay? Would you like to tell us?
Not necessarily, but I just understood him, and it's, as an actor, it's my job to understand every character I play and connect with. And this guy seemed very real. I understood his flaws, I understood his passion, I understood his aggression. And I hadn't heard something like that for a long time. So I understood him, and the way we made that film was so personal and was so intimate and passionate that you felt him, and you felt Preeti, and you felt the emotions that were happening. It's also a connection between me and the director and the actress. So all of us were in one. There was an emotional connection that also triggered a lot of things. So yeah.
All right, we have several questions coming in on social media, which I'm going to throw at you. Did Kabir Singh satisfy you enough, Vijay? Was the role of Shahid Kapoor justifying what you did with Arjun Reddy?
I'm sure it was justified, and more because of what a huge success it was.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the film, so I cannot tell if it
You
satisfied
haven't?
me or. I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't because.
Was that a conscious decision not to watch Kabir Singh?
No, it was just I don't get time to watch a lot of cinema because of how much I've been working. So when I do get that little time off, you want to watch something that you haven't seen.
Okay.
And because I did the film, I already knew every beat of the film. So yeah, hence.
And we hear that when the director offered Kabir Singh to you, you turned it down, saying that I've already done it one round in Telugu and I'm not willing to do it in Hindi.
No, it was not offered by the director. It was offered by a production house to both me and him. And then we spoke about it and decided that let's not do it all over again.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a decision that we took together.
All right. We know that, and I know that you're exhausted speaking about the controversy that surrounded it, all about male chauvinism and the character itself, many women feeling offended. Do you want to give out a statement on that?
The thing is, it's been so long, I've forgotten the film, so I can't even defend it. Like I've forgotten what happened. I've forgotten all the nuances of it, all the emotions behind it now.
At the end of it, we understand it's a film, it's a character, it's how each one perceives it, and it's reality. Whether we like it or not, there are several instances of reality that we see in that.
Yeah. I understand I understand why anyone would take offense to this film. I understand them. I would like to say that I understand you. But I still did it, and I still like the film.
Is Vijay a real life lover like Arjun Reddy? And I also saw that every time a question asked to you about your girlfriend, or if you have a girlfriend, you skip it. But okay, let me not ask you a direct question. What do you think about a good settled life, Vijay? I'm sure your parents are bugging you.
They aren't bugging me. They let me be. But there's recently they've been subtly hinting that I hope at least you're considering it. And I would love a family life. I think it's fulfilling to be married and to have your own kids and stuff. So there will be a time I will do that. But for that, I need some mental maturity. I need to feel more mature.
You say that you need to grow up a lot more.
Yeah, I need to grow up a lot more and sober down a lot.
Okay, then
more
what makes you still immature according to you?
I don't know, man. I still feel like a kid. I still feel like, you don't want to be answerable to anyone. You want to do whatever the hell you want. You want to, if I want to run around, if I want to turn up late, if I want to wake up late. I think it's the, it's a responsibility when you're married to someone. I think you need to respect this relationship and nurture it, and you need to give it time. You can't take things for granted. So I'm just buying myself time.
Not necessary. We've seen marriages where both of them are kids, both of them are immature. But okay, tell me, do you have an ideal person in mind? What are the characteristics of a girl or of a partner would you like to have?
You want someone who's kind, who's funny. Someone you can chill with, basically. Like, you should be able to, if you were in a lockdown with them, you shouldn't be frustrated. I think that's number one rule. Like, if you're ever in a lockdown with her, it shouldn't frustrate you. It should feel like a holiday. If she can check that box, done.
And I'm assuming that Vijay hasn't come across someone like that yet.
No, I do. I have.
Okay. So then you're not single. I'll conclude with your answer.
All these tricks? You can come to whatever analysis you would like.
Vijay, fitness is something that we see is synonymous to you, at least over the last few years. You've sculpted yourself. Workouts, how's it going at home? Due to this lockdown, you can't step out. What have you been up to? to keep
Yeah,
fit?
you have to. Yeah, you just have to do the same small things, but you need to do more of it. Like you stick to the basics, like push-ups, but what you would do 100 times before, you need to do like 500 reps of it because you do not have access to equipment. And working out is something I hate, but I love being done with a workout. Just when I'm done with a workout, that's a feeling I completely enjoy, and I feel good the rest of the day. So I just drag myself to do that 1 hour of working out so that I can feel better the rest of the day.
We know that this is difficult times, and we did see how you've been very positive. Many questions coming in on how you're keeping positive, cutting out the negativity around you. Is there a tip or two that you'd like to give our audience?
Other than me worrying about the people who do not have access to food like I do, I actually quite enjoy this lockdown. I'm with my family. I get to sleep 10 hours, which I don't get to do normally. I don't have to answer 20 phone calls. I have no work. So I sleep. There's zero productivity. I nicely watch television. I play some PlayStation. I eat food. And there was just this one thing bugging me, that what's happening to all those people who are unable. Because 5 years back, if this happened to my family, we wouldn't have dealt with it because my parents were both self-employed, and they were not salaried. So if something like a lockdown happened, and if you went out, your life was in danger and you had to stay home, they wouldn't make any money if they didn't go out. And we wouldn't have been able to deal with situations like that. So I knew it was bugging me. So then we decided to do something about it. And that's what led to us setting up the Middle Class Fund.
If you have to motivate people to stay indoors, what is it that you would say to them? What are you watching? What's on your laptop? What's on your earpads? Any new series, suggestions?
Yeah, I finished a series called Fauda. I finished a documentary called Cheer, which I highly suggest everyone watches. And I just started this docu-series called The Last Dance, about the Chicago Bulls and about Michael Jordan, and it's amazing. And I think you guys should watch The Last Dance. I love these things give you hope. These things give you motivation. These things are inspiring. I love people who are ambitious. I love people who go all out. And these are people that did that. And I think everyone needs to watch this.
Any other stars who've really inspired you?
Ranbir. I'm really fond of Ranbir.
On a final note, Vijay, I've heard you say that you did what you did for money and respect. If not for acting, you would have done anything to gain money and respect. So I'd ask you now, as you leave us, what is it that you would have done if not for acting?
You know, what I really like is I would have liked to be an architect. I think architecture is really cool. So I would have loved, I'm fascinated by architecture. So whenever I travel, when I see these buildings and I see what humanly we can construct, the beauty of it, it's like stunning. I would love to be an architect. I spend a lot of time on my phone watching world architecture and architects who design cool houses.
And which countries, if you have to pick? If you've traveled
Japan.
to Japan?
I haven't been to Japan, but I really look forward to going to Japan.
And food? What's Vijay's favorite?
I love world food. So whenever I go to any country, I end up just eating the local food. Yeah. So I love giving my senses things. I love giving my taste buds what they deserve and my eyes what they deserve. Yeah.
Excellent. So you've been doing fabulously well. We wanted you to give a word or two on how people could find their feet, because it's difficult, troubling at this time to stay at home, stay motivated. I think you've set precedence there. Thank you very much, Vijay, for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you, Nabila.
Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.